Hey, everybody. Welcome to Noir Bar. I haven't opened the bar in a while, which explains why the Christmas decorations are still up, because I'm not going to come here to take them down by myself, damn it. I'll take them down soon enough. Whatever. That poinsettia hasn't started to rot yet, and the fire's still going, so it's fine. And joining me at the bar, keeping me company tonight, is Far. How you doing, Far?
I'm doing all right.
You doing all right? That's good. And Jacob, for the first time in a while.
For me.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm usually asleep by now.
Well, what the hell?
I don't know.
Set up just for us.
Well, that's good. The do either of you guys have the stream up? Has it actually been renamed? Not a Christmas chill stream?
Yes,
Yeah,
it has
yes.
been renamed.
All right, just checking. So the what was it? I
Just
wanted
want
to say
to
right
give you
off the bat?
shit. That's all.
Well, yeah. What else is new? There's something else I wanted to say right off the bat. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I don't fucking remember. Whatever. This is. Yeah, I was listening to one of the previous Noir Bar streams. It was that people were talking about that my mic and your guys' audio was out of whack, which it always is. I can never get them balanced. Someone's always louder than someone else. And I went and listened, and holy fuck, do we ever have meandering discussion for the first few minutes? It's like, oh yeah, so what's going on? Oh, not much. Okay. It's like
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
like
It's awkward small talk until eventually it gets into something fucking weird.
Yeah. And the funny thing to me is like Noir Bar is intentionally a chill stream. I call it that on purpose. Late night chill stream is what it was. Its inception idea. That's what it was based around. Where if you go listen to comic book curation, like it's the exact opposite of that. Just like press play on any comic book curation stream, and it's hey everybody, welcome to comic book curation, and I am Polydub, and joining me as always is
Jesus.
it's caffeinated versus drunk. They're completely different mindsets.
Yeah, that's what it is.
This is laid back. You're supposed to be able to listen to this and just be cool. Be cool. It's not supposed to be overexcited. Zombie Teddy asks, Polly or anyone that may know, if you banned someone from your channel, does that unsubscribe that person from your channel? That's actually a good question. I don't fucking know. Does it?
Do you mean just blocking them from commenting, or?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he meant. Like, if you ban somebody in chat, does that unsub them if they are subbed?
There's one person that
one way to find out.
Well, see, there's only
Which
one
one
person.
must be the lucky one that gets banned from Polly's channel?
Yeah, there's only one person I have blocked on my channel that's actually subscribed to me, and he still sees my content. So.
Is that?
It is.
The guy.
It's the guy.
It's the guy. Oh
Yep.
god, the guy that I'm still so scared that somebody's gonna send a dick pic to someone.
Yeah.
If he hasn't already. Yeah. Okay.
No, dick pic guy is the one that Weibo has to deal with.
Yeah, but I mean, this guy, I'd be legit. I would not be surprised if he sent you a dick pic one day.
I would not be surprised either.
Oh, Cynic said a while ago that. Cynic said, "I'm off to bed. God damn it, Polly. Why are you starting to stream now? Always times that I choose to go to bed early." And yeah, but there's Cynic right there in chat. Nice.
Right there, saying, "Ban me, daddy."
Ban me, daddy.
Mm-hmm. Well, just for that, I'll do worse. I'm gonna fucking wrench you.
Oh God. Anything but that.
There you go. You asked for a ban. You get... Well, what's the exact opposite of being banned from a channel? Being wrenched as a mod. So there you go.
Being elevated above all others.
The and Jordan talks about having a space heater. Yeah, you know what? I need to get one. I got one out in my garage. I gotta go find it. Like, it's not performing heating things, heating responsibilities out there. It's just fucking sitting in a storage box. Because it's cold as fuck right now. I mean, very cold. I'm thinking about breaking out my extra warm Tasmanian devil socks.
Yep.
So
I love how, like, with everything, it is so specific. Like, you have your indoor Nikes, your your warm Tasmanian devil socks. It's like everything has its place.
What you
Footwear
named?
for every occasion.
You named like 2 things. That's not everything. I have indoor Adidas. And,
Adidas, that's what it is.
I don't own a single
I
pair.
knew it was a fucking brand.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't own a single pair of
I
Nikes. Fuck
forget.
Nike.
I fucking forget, okay? Like Nike, Adidas. I don't know.
It's all the same.
It's all the same kind of shit to me.
Oh no, there's a fucking world of difference between Nike and Adidas. Believe me. It might not. It might seem like a subtle difference, but it's not. You know, like the $400 special edition Air Jordans that look like someone's nightmare space boots. Yeah, Adidas don't have that, and that's good.
Okay.
Come to Australia.
I'll just have to take your word on it.
Well, okay, Brian Wilson says come to Australia
Yeah,
where it's nice and warm. Nice time to invite me to Australia when there's like, it's nice and warm because half the country's aflame.
A little more than warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, please come suffer with us.
We could always use a bigger body count.
Yeah.
And it's not like I own, and now everyone's talking about how to pronounce Adidas. Whatever. I guess. There's a couple of idiot friends of mine that call it Nikkei just to be jackasses.
Nikkei.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, how long have they been calling it that, and when did it stop being ironic that they were doing that?
They're doing it out of habit at this point. One of them
Because there's a point where like you start it by being like ironic about it, or, like as a joke, and then it slowly becomes just that's what you do.
You buy into your own shit at that point.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not only, it's not that I own only Adidas. It's just if I'm buying run shoes that are going to be like, I'm just not going to buy Reebok because I don't like them. I'm not going to buy Nike because I don't like them, and they're insanely overpriced for what you're getting. Comparable quality to Adidas, except they just don't have that goddamn price tag with them. But I got a bunch of other stuff. I have like a bunch of different skater shoes and a pair of Chuck Taylors and etc. So it's not like it's all Adidas or nothing. Adidas and Nikkei are brothers. Yeah, well. Yeah, but I do that with all sorts of things. I call it like a depot just to aggrieve people and get them angry. You never been to a bottle depot? Or an airport depot?
Jesus.
Yeah,
Pot.
yeah. People get downright angry. It's hilarious.
God, that's like. Did I ever tell you like what my grandpa unironically started calling Qantas because he felt that this was the correct way to say it?
Calling what?
Qantas. It's an airline here.
Oh, that, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember the commercials. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what he started calling it? Quentis. Tell me, how do you look at the thing Qantas and think Quentis? I don't fucking know, but he did it continuously. Like, no, it should be called Quentis.
We don't ban people for bad puns at Noir Bar, gayest person on YouTube, but we do cut you off from further liquor service.
But you have a juice box. It's fine.
It's a depot because you have to eat your edibles before boarding.
Boo.
you get cut off for that shit.
Go sit in the corner.
You get half a juice box.
So we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about tonight. All sorts of different stories. Some fun wiki house.
Yep.
No.
Oh no, is this the ones you were posting the images of earlier?
Some of them they were just like weird images where it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
some of them were just so bizarre. Like,
I'm still trying to figure out what gut ass is.
Yeah, what the fuck is gut ass?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, are you gonna like bring up the one? It's one of the ones you want to talk about. The one where it's like 2 + 2 = 40. It has nothing to do with the rest of the article.
Oh yeah, that was on feminism. Yeah.
No, that wasn't
No,
the feminism one.
The
That was-
feminism one was with autism.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what was the 2 plus 2 equals 40?
acceptance and like designer genes.
What was-
And yes, Cynic, Far is moving from WA to WA.
Yes, I'm just moving to a different WA. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Moving up
But
here.
it was the how to stay.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying not
I
to
remember
say
that one.
it just
Yeah.
in case.
Well, there's further gone than that. I've got like 6 or 7 different WikiHows open. We're obviously not going to do them all. I just got them saved to a folder for later. Like
Yeah.
how to stop your child from masturbating in public with pictures.
God, why
Oh,
does that need
God.
pictures? Why does that need pictures?
Polly, the 2 plus 2 equals 40 was apparently how to stay a virgin.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's
Yeah, I was trying to not say the name.
way to spoil the surprise.
Oh,
But,
You
excuse me.
ruined it.
Ruined it.
Some of them
You
are
ruined
just
it.
I thought you just forgotten.
the how to embalm a dead body one's fun.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, this is-
and shockingly detailed.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Functional ass.
I'm-
The fuck is gut ass? Okay, look, there was one. I was reading a WikiHow on how to be an alchemist, and because I love busting balls on Wiccan stuff and New Age stuff, and the alchemy thing is really big with Wiccans. They adopt
which is
it.
really weird, considering that was an actual thing at one point, but it was like way back in the day. Like that's early science shit.
Yeah. Well,
Like that's the best part about that, though. It's like they're just adopting early science.
thank you very much
Except
for
it
the
was
$5
bullshit
tip,
way awesome.
Manic. I appreciate it. But no message. But that's why Manic's awesome. Just tips for the bartender. But she rocks. It's fine. But I do have 2 Aussie WikiHows in honor of Manic and all the other Aussies present, including
Wait,
Far.
Aussie WikiHows?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. I am.
It's gonna be good.
What am I gonna have to correct?
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me. I didn't do the Inception deal. Fix this. Fix that. Whatever.
God, I'm cringing. What?
Why are you so worried? What could possibly go wrong? WikiHow is a trusted source of information.
Oh gee,
Mhm.
I don't know, Polly. Maybe the last time we dove into Australian shit, we somehow got like the pie floaty things.
I still think floating certain meat pies and gravy would be good.
This isn't soup.
Oh
Wasn't
yeah.
that?
Well, you know, you're
Wasn't
still
that in, like pea soup? It's oh god.
you're still going off of the idea that it's a giant, gallon-sized bowl of soup. I don't know where you get that
I
notion
can't-
from.
Well, I can't unthink that.
Why? It's like the little
It's
flat.
just stuck in my head now. I don't.
It's the little flat bowls that have like a 3/4 inch deep amount of soup in them, like at restaurants and shit. And then you float a big old meat pie in the middle of it. What? It's sauce.
No.
What?
No.
What?
You never. Oh, Jacob, you have no idea, do you?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So, this would have been the last time we did a Noir Bar, would it have been?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we. Polly
It's been
had
a
me do
while.
a quiz of like Australian trivia, and one of the things was like, so in this classic South Australian thing, what do they float their pies in? And the answer was like pea soup or something like that.
Why?
I don't fucking know. I don't know, but I just
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
All
Actually,
right.
what I'm going to do here is we're going to.
okay.
We're gonna-
Okay, it's not just South Australia I have a problem with now because apparently it's a favorite on trains between Melbourne and Sydney.
See?
Fuck is wrong with you
What is
people?
wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Richo says pie floaters are awesome. Take that back.
Ah, no, no.
Pie floaters. I love it.
It also sounds disgusting.
Like, Jacob, you're with me on this one, right? Like, if somebody says a pie, you assume a fruit pie. And only if they specify meat pie do you think of, like, a meat pie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, well, it's the other way around in Australia. If you say pie, they're assuming meat pie. You have to specify fruit pie.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, probably should have specified that too, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, it's not just like an apple pie with a floating piece.
And James Colley says, I thought Polly had better taste. Why would you think that?
What gave you that idea?
Seriously. All right, let me bring up this.
Alright, so, you're ready for this one?
Well, the one that I'm showing up here, yeah, I just want to reorganize the screen a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no, I'm afraid.
Florida man wakes up to find
I got
burglars
this
sucking
one.
his toes, deputies say. So you can see what we're looking at, Jacob, if you bring up the Hangout.
Yep.
Okay. You're going to get a double screen, but whatever, it's in real time, so life is good. Okay, so let's see what's happening down where Jacob's girlfriend lives. Okay.
Oh, God damn it.
Bradenton, Florida. A Florida man woke up on Christmas Eve too. Jesus.
Yeah.
Worst,
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve.
worst day of the year to find a sexually assaulting thief. There.
Yeah, Polly, you can see like a bit of the Inception thing on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, let me reorganize that. This is what I brought it up to avoid, and look what happens. Here we go. And we'll just move this over. Now, there we are. Hey, wait a minute. Circus Zero brings up a very, very good idea. An apple pie floating in apple sauce.
Makes a little more sense, I guess.
I'm down with this idea.
Yeah. I just find, honestly, a big part of it, of why I find it gross, is the pea soup part of it.
Well, yeah, but pea soup in general is why do you? There were 4 options given. Okay, Jacob, so you know, this was part of a Aussie trivia test. Like, how well do you know Australian cuisine? And
Okay.
it was a multiple choice thing from funtrivia.com. And we're doing on Noir Bar, and Far gets that one wrong, where it's like people will float pies in which kind of soup, and it was a choice given, and it turned out.
It wasn't which kind of soup.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
No, it was like pea soup was one of the options, but it was like they also had gravy.
I still say that
As
sounds
another
delicious.
The gravy I could understand a bit more because for some reason people love their gravy on everything, but.
Better than
God.
pea soup.
Yeah, pea
Yeah.
soup is awful in general.
Pea soup, like, fucking hell, guys. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, well, let's find out what's wrong with people in Florida. They catch a lot of hell, and deservedly so. A Florida man woke up on Christmas Eve to find a burglar sucking on his toes, according to a Manatee County Sheriff's Office. When the Bradenton resident asked the stranger what he was doing in his house. Thank you for the tip, Frank. I greatly appreciate it. I have a photo of a collection of boomsticks I wanted to show you. Is there a way I can without showing all of them on Twitter? Also, Far should have a Streamlabs. Well, Far doesn't have a Streamlabs. Hint, hint. But you can check out her link below, or she should also throw it up in chat for her wicked cool merch store. We can get all kinds of fun stuff, so you can totally support Far that way. Or if you need an avatar or channel art or any other kind of fun graphic, you can hit her up for a commission on Twitter. She's open to art commissions.
Only for maybe this night now, because I'm going to close it tomorrow.
You're going to close what tomorrow?
The commissions, because I'm not going to be in the country, so it's going to be a bit...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about where
Yeah,
you're going, or is that like a secret?
No, obviously you're putting it up, but I'm about to leave. Because... Meh.
Did you want to talk about where you're going, or is that a secret? Polly asked again.
No, I usually just put it up on Twitter. It's like, I'm here now. Bye. So it's fine.
I'm gonna take that as a secret. What do you think, Jacob? Was that her answering? It's a secret.
I think I'd agree with that.
Jesus Christ. Frank, you can go ahead and hit me up.
Surprise.
My DMs are open. If you should be able to just DM it to me on Twitter. I'd like to take a look at your boomsticks. Let's see.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the toast.
Yes. When a Bradenton resident asked the stranger what he was doing in his house, the stranger said that he was there to suck toes, according to an incident report by the Bradenton Herald.
So that was the reason he was there.
Yep. I'm here to suck toes. That's it.
Fuck the burglary.
A fight.
Suck their toes.
Money. I just want to suck toes. That's this guy.
I love this next line. A fight broke out. You don't say.
A fight broke out.
You started fighting a guy who was there to suck toes on Christmas Eve. Okay, a fight broke out during the struggle. The suspect tried to grab the victim's genitals and claimed to have a gun, the report says. Deputy said no weapon was found at the scene. The victim eventually forced the other man out of the house. Good. But deputies say the suspect smashed one of the home's windows as well as a windshield of the resident's car.
Hey.
The Herald reports that investigators swabbed the victim's toes for DNA and tried to track the suspect with a police dog, but the alleged toe-sucking burglar escaped. The officers are continuing to investigate.
You see why I saved this? I was like, yes, this is a Noir Bar material. It's horrifying, yet hilarious.
Mr. Dax says, I'm here to suck toes and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
That's exactly what I thought of, too, right away. For somebody just to say something so odd, I'm here to, like, yeah.
And
Frank
considering...
says no,
Considering he was trying to grab the guy's genitals, I think he was there to suck a little more than just the toes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which is like, it's funny until it gets to that point where you're like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
this guy.
that's...
I mean, like, even the toe sucking, it's like, it's funny because it's just so unexpected.
I'll tell you
like,
what, Frank.
I actually imagine if that happened.
Just tweet at me your question. How would I show you my gun collection? Or words to that effect. I'm probably not following you. Maybe my Twitter settings are not open to only allow DMs from people that I'm following. Something along those lines. So tweet at me and then it'll be a reminder. When I go through my notifications, I'll see it and figure out what's askew. Yeah, so...
Or, there's two different options for the DMs, right? Where it has, like, the stuff where it's... the one menu for people that you don't follow, where it's like you have to accept the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said,
there, right?
I will look into it and see what the hell's going on. Yeah, this story, I love this story. Because I don't understand what the hell's going on.
Well.
Florida man poses as prosecutor in attempt to drop extortion charges against himself. Gets charged with 7 more felonies.
Good job.
Yep.
I love this. Who is Florida man? It's like, who is this hacker 4chan? Like, it's like...
The hacker known as 4chan. No, wait, no, not. No, the hacker known as Florida man.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Florida man accused of shooting a cat with a crossbow. Well, they're
Yeah,
quieter
like
than a shotgun.
This one, the article's actually about. Like, come on.
All right, a Florida man accused of trying to extort a Daytona car dealer for money in a new car has been charged with multiple new felonies after allegedly posing as a federal prosecutor in an attempt at getting the charges against him dropped. This isn't a Florida man story. This is a brilliant but unlucky man story. I mean, that's a pretty bold tactic, don't you think?
But I mean, how did he think that was going to work?
Well, at least he tried. Usually Florida man stories are crazy meth head stories.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
Originally, Christian Moscow, 47, was charged with trying to extort 50 grand and a car from Glenn Ritchie, owner of a branch of John Hall Chevrolet, a franchise car dealership. Moscow claimed he'd obtained the dealership 2002 to 2004 customer sales information in May. If the dealership did not pay Moscow the money, he allegedly said in an email sent to the dealership, then he would promptly publish to all local media the fact that John Hall Chevrolet has allowed their customers' private identity information to be tossed to the curb per se. This, I believe, would devastate Mr. Ritchie's future business and, of course, expose Mr. Ritchie to a class action lawsuit that would certainly cost him millions of dollars. This information was believed to include customers' birth dates and social security numbers. What does it matter? Like, fucking... everybody fucking leaks everybody's data. You think that's really going to destroy someone's business? It didn't destroy Equifax's business, am I right? Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's a long nightmare story.
Forgot about Equifax.
Yeah, basically half of all people in the United States had their information leaked. Like, great, Russian gangsters have everyone's information now.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Moscow later allegedly told the dealership he'd be willing to sign a non-disclosure agreement and turn over the documents in exchange for the money and car. Ritchie's assistant told Moscow, okay, get to the point where he starts impersonating people. So that's what he did to commit the original crime. Okay. Moscow then reportedly tried to avoid incarceration by posing as 2 federal prosecutors. He is believed to have stolen the names of 2 assistant state attorneys, Daniel Fields and Andrew Urbanak, and their Florida bar ID numbers, and then established an email account with Urbanak's name. The fake email account was then used to file 2 announcements of no information motions under the prosecutors' names through the city's e-filing portal. I love it. I love it.
The man's dedicated.
Yeah. It's innovative. Moscow allegedly used a filing made in another person's case and edited it to match the extortion case. Such a motion would result in the charges against him being dropped. There was just one problem with the motion Moscow had filed. The state had already made an announcement of information by filing charges made against him. He had made a null pro se. The charges would have been dropped. This caused the eye of a suspicious clerk at the court office, who then notified officials. Moscow's attorneys also noticed the fraudulent filing. I've been working in the justice system since 1980, and this is the first time I've seen something like this, said State Attorney R.J. Larazia to RFTV, WFTV, whatever. Moscow has been charged with multiple felonies, including 2 counts of falsely impersonating a prosecutor, practicing law without authority, 2 counts of fraudulent use of identification, fraudulently acting as a state attorney, and uttering a forgery. You know that they are going to screw this fucking guy to the wall specifically because it was screwing with them in their profession. You know that, right? I mean, that guy's playing with fucking fire. Things don't go well. It's like, beating the shit out of a cop. You're fucked when the cops find you. Because you've messed with them personally. Okay, let's see. In total, that's 4 third-degree felonies and 2 second-degree felonies. Each second-degree felony carries a maximum sentence of 15 years, while the third-degree felonies carry a maximum charge of 5 years. If he's convicted of all charges, Moscow may be in prison for decades. He's currently being held without bail.
I think that prison for decades part kind of goes without saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that guy's got a lot of trouble. Like, seriously, I think he's going to get screwed to the fucking wall. Whether or not it's his first offense or anything like that. Like, you better hope that he's like a transitioning POC Muslim or something.
Oh, Christ. That's his only way out at this point.
Yeah. Let's see. Is this person really threatening to rob McDonald's over sauce?
What?
Florida woman threatened to rob McDonald's if she didn't get enough dipping sauce. See, now that's a Florida man story.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel a little solidarity with this person. Not in their threatening, but in what caused their anger. Here, look at this. A Florida woman was arrested on New Year's Day after allegedly becoming enraged about being asked to pay 25 cents for dipping sauce at McDonald's. I understand her anger. Those little fucking dipping sauce containers, they're not enough for me. And then you ask for, get this, extra. It's not extra, it's a suitable amount. And they're like, well, that's going to cost you 25 cents extra. But you ever ask for extra McChicken sauce at McDonald's, which is really just fucking mayo? You know how much they charge for that? 50 cents. The answer is 50 cents.
I mean,
I don't really get the sauce stuff.
I don't get sauce either.
What? Really? You don't get the
Yeah.
sauce to dip your fries in?
No.
No,
No. Well, McDonald's barbecue sauce is really
I
good.
don't usually dip my chips from Macca's and stuff.
Oh. Well. While vowing to get the sauce by whatever means necessary and threatening to rob the restaurant if workers did not give in to her demands, McGuire McLaughlin, 19, was arrested in Vero Beach, Florida, of the fast food chain in the early morning hours of January 1st. She was later charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest without violence. McDonald's employees told police that the woman requested one flavor of every dipping sauce they have after completing a large drive-thru order. Well, what's crazy about that? And when she was informed that the restaurant charged extra for dipping sauce, she allegedly began yelling profanities at several employees and threatened to rob the store if she did not get the sauces without being charged.
Jesus.
Well,
Jeez.
well, that's just that. What? You can't understand why she might be angry? Like,
I can understand. It's just like that's
yeah.
a bit of a.
Bit of an overreaction.
well, I admit it is an overreaction, but I understand her anger. Prior to my arrival, she was.
This is normal.
Well, clearly-
Floridian babies.
Is it on top chat or live chat? It is on live chat, Mr. Dax. Or Circus Zero. She ordered a large order. Okay. Well, clearly none of it was nuggets, because that's the only thing that they give you free sauce with. And they only give you like one. When you order like the 20 nugget meal, they'll give you like 2. Have you ever seen how small them dipping containers are? They ain't good for like, but like 3 nuggets, barely. Cheap bastards.
I don't get chicken nuggets.
See, I get the nuggets. I don't get the sauce though, but I have seen the packets and they are tiny.
Yeah, man.
So I could understand wanting to get more of them, but fucking A, woman.
Chicken nuggets were kind of ruined for me as a child, so
Oh yeah.
I don't see them.
Okay, so let's talk about one of the celebrities out there that I find most detestable.
Oh, Zendaya.
Yay!
Zendaya.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And diagram?
Yes.
Diagram. I'll admit, I haven't heard that one.
I refuse to go. She's Zendaya Coleman, okay? Former Disney kid who's got like the biggest PR firm pushing her because Zendaya's Critics' Choice Awards outfit sends Twitter into meltdown. No, it didn't. This is from fucking Cosmopolitan. They paid them for this. This is some Access Media shill bullshit. She's got like the most insane publicist working for her. Just type in Zendaya into Google or DuckDuckGo, whatever your search engine preference is, and look how many stories there are about her about nothing. Like, the bitch ain't doing shit. Like, she was in Spider-Man Far From Good. Oh, yay. She robbed Laura Harrier of a comeback in a Spider-Man movie. It's awful. And Laura Harrier, you need to get Zendaya's publicist team on you. So anyway, let's take a look at her stupid fucking dress. Because not even the dress.
What's the dress?
Well,
like, it looks like it's...
like a plastic top, right?
Yeah, like it's being...
Oh, God.
That's
Why?
That's at that point, that's not a dress. That's like a shirt and a skirt. And I'm not even really willing to call that a shirt either. That's more like a chest plate.
It is.
That's
exactly
like what I was thinking.
It looks like a superhero's like plastic chest plate, like from an MCU movie or something. See, there it is, right?
Those are nipple plates. Those are nipple plates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever seen Spider-Man Far From Good. This
No,
no?
I don't really.
This
I don't
chest
really
plate and
care
its size and shape are being very generous to Zendaya's proportions. Very generous.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Just, it's not bad to have small tits.
I'm just saying.
This is all with small tits. It's
I'm
not
just.
bad.
I never said it was bad. I'm just saying this is a very.
They're saying it's bad.
I know, but Zendaya obviously thinks it's bad if that's being very generous.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing that I wanted, like, why I found this story funny when I saw it, was really this. Oh, look.
Oh.
Oh.
There it is.
What? I love how one of the things is, are you wearing the wrong bra?
Yeah.
That is. Can we, like? I think we've gone too far. We've gone too far.
The bras are the least of your worries if you're wearing that.
Yeah, at that point, I'm gonna be asking, do you have scoliosis or something?
Right?
That's starting to look more like medical gear.
It looks like a bad movie costume. Like a really B sci-fi film where like they're on like Future Planet and this is what they're wearing.
You know what this looks like? It looks like it's, you know those off-brand Halloween costumes you find every year, like find the man, which is supposed to be Where's Wally?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. It looks like what this is. I don't know what it would be a rip-off of, but I feel it's a rip-off of something, and it'd be a Halloween costume for someone somewhere. This isn't something you go about wearing. This is something you wear once, and you're like, look at me! Aren't I special? Ooh, doesn't it look so great? And then you put it in the cupboard, and you never think of it again.
Cupboard, that's being generous.
Until, like, 15 years later, you bring it out, you look at it, and you go, what the fuck was I thinking?
Well, what you were thinking... Well, hold on. What you were thinking was a $15,000 breastplate.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Because that's why I brought this.
15,000.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For that.
Oh my god.
This is why you don't do fashion.
Yeah. It's a... Why was Zendaya Coleman even wearing that thing? To be seen wearing it because Gwyneth Paltrow's on the cover of Harper's Bazaar and they're advertising it's a $15,000 breastplate. So Zendaya Coleman's bullshit publicist agency was, oh, we already know that you're getting an award from the Critics' Award Choice, whatever the fuck, who cares about this minor, meaningless awards show, right, that she's attending. So we're going to have you show up with one of them too, because then we'll be able to be like, dun dun dun, you're like the peak of fashion. You can afford a $15,000 nightmarish piece of sci-fi looking fuckery.
Piece. Oh my god.
I don't know. I love pointing out the depths that shillery goes to. Because this is page 6, one of my favorite trash websites ever. Jeffree Star confirms breakup with boyfriend. Jesus fucking Christ, they're doing YouTube drama.
You telling me Philly D wrote these articles?
Well. And I mean, I am getting some fucking sick of hearing about this shit. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And their connection with fucking Oprah. Like, there's 1,500 fucking stories. Yeah, just Oprah supports Megxit. If I have to read one more trash.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, that's what they're calling it. Megxit.
Megxit.
Yeah. Megxit.
Because Meghan Markle and Harry are stepping down from their frontline role and their royal duties. And it's like, and we want to start our own, be bringing in our own independent money. But you're still accepting all the taxpayers' money, your royal money, but you don't want to fulfill any of your royal responsibilities anymore. Oh, we're going to be bringing in independent money. By doing what? The fuck are you two? You guys gonna go get fucking jobs? No, you're not. You're gonna get money based on your fame that you're royals, but you don't want to fulfill any royal duties. So what the fuck? And Oprah's there in a hot fucking second. Can we guess why Oprah's involved? Does anyone want to take a fucking guess? I'll leave that up to your own imaginations why Oprah's involved. Like beyond that, it's just celebrity bullshit news. Because Oprah has nothing to do with the fucking royals. Has never had anything to do with the royals. Why are you interested now, Opes?
That's kind of my confusion. Like, what?
She's like, oh, I support Megxit. Who gives a fuck? What the fuck? What are you talking about? We're going to be living partially in Los Angeles, but we only want to move there after Donald Trump's out of office? Did you guys really say that? Oh, yeah, they did.
Oh, my God.
I'm never going to get over that.
Megxit.
I'm going to be the one to call it now. And you can say whatever you fucking want about me. Meghan Markle's going to fucking divorce his ass. It's going to happen sooner than later. She saw an opportunity to become a princess, wanted to become a princess, doesn't want any of the fucking bullshit associated with it. So she's going to divorce him because, what is she, the Duchess of Sussex or whatever the fuck? It's just saw an opportunity to do it. She wanted a royal wedding, got her princess wedding. Yay, she's a duchess. And now she's going to divorce his ass and be paid for the rest of her life. That's what I see going on. Hey, oh, you're a MGTOW. Oh, you're a racist. Whatever the fuck, man. But I see the world very coldly. How fucking long has she been a duchess and now she doesn't want to be one anymore? And then she's managed to convince her cock husband to do it too.
Not that long.
Yeah, you just couldn't handle the stress of being a member of the royal family, Meghan. Everybody paying attention to you in a way that they never were and really shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize this is supposed to be a chill stream, but this whole Megxit thing, dude, I saw it in the corner here, and I'm like, I am so fucking sick of hearing about this, and I'm sick of seeing Oprah's stupid face. Meghan Markle may threaten the Queen with a tell-all interview at the Royal Summit. You know what the tell-all is going to be? I'll spoil it for you guys right now, okay? She's only got one thing to say that the newspapers are going to repeat over and over. The royals are racists. They said mean racist shit to me. They're so sexist. They're so racist. That's the only thing she has to tell. They're racist. They're racist. They're racist. They're racist. Because that's all newspapers want to write about anymore, right? Everything's racist. It'll be the journalist prodding her. So what was the first time something racist happened to you? What was the next time something racist happened to you? What the fuck else could she possibly have to talk about?
Not much. I mean, I don't really know much about the royal, because I don't really, honestly, I'm not really that interested in the royal family. But I can't imagine there's anything all that interesting going on, you know?
No, neither can I. It's like, well, wait a minute. I was like a pretty girl that happened to run into Prince Harry, and I wooed him and he married me. So now I have more money and more fame and more notoriety than my talent or skills justify, and I will for the rest of my life. But now listen to me tell my victim story of how hard done by I am. And Oprah's in there in a cold second. I'm going to ask you again, why is Oprah interested in this? When she never had any interest in anything before. I'll leave that up to your imaginations.
I'm just going to say, Duck Dog just showed up and he said, is that a plastic titty cover? That's exactly what that is.
Yes. And here,
welcome to the stream. We have nipple plates. Not the good kind of nipple plates.
I want to get off this story anyway. This is Gwyneth Paltrow on the cover of Harper's Bazaar. And I thought it was hilarious because here's Zendaya, Coleman over on what is it? How did they make that metallic plate fit so perfectly? Like, did they do a cast or what? No, they didn't do a cast at all. You know how I know? Because I've seen Spider-Man Far From Good and her tits ain't that big. There, I said it. Yeah, Mustafa says, y'all better calm down. Do you remember what happened to Diana?
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, I guess, but they're not going to do it to her. Because she's Meghan Markle, the most beautiful princess who ever princessed. Like, I don't really care one way about the royal family of Britain. I just like, it's like, people like, why don't you get rid of them? I'm always like, because they've been around for fucking centuries. That's why. It's part of how the British system is set up to work. I understand why they're still there. But these stories about Megxit, this is the first time in my life I thought, yeah, Britons, get rid of your royal family. This is, like, trash has gone full explosive garbage. Oprah's involved. I mean, this is when it's reached stanking, salty garbage in the sun levels of trash.
And on that note, I think I'm gonna bounce. I've had enough of Megxit for one night.
Have you?
Oh.
Well, I mean, also I'm getting tired anyway, so I should
Alright.
probably be heading to sleep as it is.
Well, alright. It was fun having you on.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Been
All
a
right,
while.
have a good night,
Fun.
Jacob. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night, guys.
All right, have a good night. Lindsay Lohan's mother arrested for driving under the influence.
Oh my god. I don't think I've ever actually seen Lindsay Lohan's mother.
Yeah, I don't know
really
if I've ever,
tried to.
like, to my knowledge, I don't think I've ever seen her either. I just don't find it terribly surprising that her mother's a alcoholic, like even a little bit.
Yeah, same.
Good job, Polly. You're scaring off your guests. Nah, Jacob's not he's not the night owl type, and he doesn't live on the other side of the planet like Far, so it's not a reasonable time for him.
Yeah. Oh no. Are these gonna be... These better not have anything bad in them, Polly.
What, on WikiHow?
The happiest place on earth! Ugh.
Here, this is an article anyway that I just wanted to generally scroll through for laughs. How to stop your child from masturbating in public.
Yeah, that's what I'm going like, oh no.
It's just some of the lines in it that made me laugh. It's like, wait a minute, what? And this, by the way, is a licensed professional counselor and LPC. Remember when we found that
Oh god, yeah.
the made up credential with these
Oh,
guys?
she had like Yelp. She had an actual Yelp.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, these people are glorified life coaches. Half the people that are psychic counselors are licensed professional counselors, whatever the fuck that means. But
Yeah.
it's just some of the. It's not so much the how-to itself that's funny. It's some of the language in it, just kind of taken on its own out of context, make me laugh. Like, stay calm and avoid jumping to conclusions about your child's mental health.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh, look, it's great because it's really pro masturbation. This WikiHow, I love it. It's set limits and curbing the behavior. I love the art. It's like he's been masturbating
oh my
again,
God.
hasn't he? Well, what's he doing over there? Is he masturbating again?
That is such a... The thing is, I think the face they're going for is the exact opposite of what I'm getting from that. It looks like it's a smug face.
Right.
Like, that looks like the smuggest motherfucker.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to just
That's on the same level of, like, the smug bowl.
the smug bowl, right?
Yeah, the smug bowl. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The fucking smug bowl.
Right. Mr. Dax says, join the child, make eye contact, establish dominance.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Do you have a
weird,
photo-
man.
Like, can you send me a photo of that smug face?
Of that
I
smug
want to
face.
put it up. Yeah, just give me a photo of it so I can compare it to the smug bowl on Twitter.
All
It's
right.
like same vibe, same vibe.
Hey, stop it with the select all there, fucking Water Fox. Jesus. Give your child some privacy when at home. See, it's very pro masturbation. It's just don't do it in public. Is the entire tone of this wiki. Everyone needs some time alone, teens and young children included. And this kind of private time is when masturbation is generally appropriate.
Jesus. I just can't can't get over it. This is a thing. This is a thing. An actual WikiHow.
Ignore it at bedtime. If you catch them masturbating at bedtime or when they are alone in the bathroom, you should not punish them. You should just leave them be.
Oh, jeez. Just leave them be. I want to know who's coming to WikiHow for advice on how to raise their kids.
Yeah. It's distract your child. When you're in public, you might not want to address the behavior directly. However, you can distract your child or snap them out of it and shift their focus to something more appropriate.
That doll, what the fuck is that? Oh god, what's the name of that lady from The Best, the Worst, the Clown lady?
The what lady?
And Louise Cole. The demon.
Oh, yeah.
Demon. Louise Cole.
The professional bereavement counselor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a clown. Yeah, this like, is this one of her offspring? This fucking doll?
Okay, if you now get this, distract your child. So if you catch them masturbating in public, one of the suggestions right here really does say, if they are older, then you can ask them a question or ask you to do a favor, such as, can you get me a few napkins, please?
Get me a few napkins.
If you catch your child masturbating and they're older, so they're a teenager, distract them from masturbation by asking them for some napkins. If that doesn't work, say, please stop that, and then redirect them.
Jesus.
Like I said, it's
None of this is okay.
Provide them with a security object to take in public. If it's an older child, consider a fidget toy, such as a fidget box, fidget spinner, or even a piece of clay.
Don't give your kid a fidget spinner. Those things. I'm going to say this right now. As someone with ADHD, it's so bad I need medication. Fidget spinners don't really do shit.
I love the idea that, you catch your teenager masturbating. Hey, Jimmy, take this fidget spinner. Stop that. Have a good night, Cynic.
Good night. Jesus. You're probably getting out a good time.
Send them to their rooms. If you're close to your home, you might want to send your child to their rooms. How rich are you that they have rooms?
They have multiple rooms? Or do you have like multiple kids masturbating in public?
Get updates from their teacher.
Jesus.
If your teacher tells you that he has been masturbating in class, thank them and let them know you are working with your child and to call if it happens again.
Oh my god.
Talk to your child's caregivers. Foster self-esteem.
Yeah, you have low self-esteem, so you're masturbating in public. Got it.
Masturbation may occur more often in children who are looking for comfort or pleasure. To help curb that behavior, try and provide the child with a well-rounded set of activities that they can turn to when seeking enjoyment, instead of jerking it. Have a discussion with your child. You sick little bastard! You
sick fuck! Stop masturbating! Stop touching yourself! That's how it works, right? I'm gonna be a great parent.
See, like I said, it's so pro the thing, right? Remember, don't shame them or make them feel guilty for masturbation. Simply explain to them that doing it in public is problematic.
Oh, it's problematic. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's...
Evolved Potato got here just in time for this. This is great. Pick your timing carefully. You will want to address the action immediately when it happens. Say something like, Jeremy, your body is yours and you can touch it if you want. Your parts are private. So if you want to touch it, you need to do it when you're alone.
Oh my god, I can't. Yep, okay. Okay. Thanks, WikiHow. Or I always wanted to know how to tell my child how not to touch themselves in public.
Explain to your child that there's nothing wrong with them exploring their private parts. See, there's nothing wrong. Give them options. Tell them they need to clean up after themselves if they make a mess. I'm done. I'm done with this.
Yeah, no, I think we're done. Because that's like, but tell.
Oh,
yes,
wait a minute. Hold on. One last thing.
After you're done touching yourself, you must clean up after yourself.
If your family bathroom can be very busy, tell them to only do it in their room. You don't want them masturbating in the bathroom for a long time when other people need to use the bathroom.
I sincerely hope this is never a situation I ever have to come across. Ever in my entire life. But if it is, the last thing I would be doing is going to WikiHow, of all things. Just, oh my god.
Oh, that's great stuff. I mean, this, what was this guy's name again? And this is the kind of material you can expect from licensed professional counselors. Right? Paul Chernak. Yeah. Look at him with the classic soy boy face, too. Damn, dude.
Yeah, oh god. So, that was a thing we just experienced. Thanks, Polly.
Sure. Anytime.
I appreciate your friendship. As long as we never have to read that again, I'll be happy. It'll be fine.
And this is I'm glad Monkey wasn't here, because he would have went into a rant, if you will. That's the ranting monkey.
Yeah.
About this is exactly the kind of coddling bullshit that parents are blah blah. His old angry old man shaking fist at cloud, like everyone gets a participation award. This is it right here.
I mean, like, this isn't necessarily. Some of it, I don't know if it's necessarily bad advice. It's just kind of like oddly phrased, and it's on WikiHow. And it's been written by a guy I really don't trust. Trust that he's telling the truth about his credentials. Like I just. This is just a whole bunch of weird, uncomfortable weirdness.
Vol Potato says, I was so looking into planning to burn my old photos that I forgot to come back to this. And this is what I come back to. Fuck you, Polly.
Oh, hey, you missed your... You know what, Potato? You if you came earlier, you would have heard about a Florida man sucking a man's toes.
Yes.
So,
Yes. This hasn't been a deviant set of stories that have been passed around the bar tonight at all.
Yeah, like, it doesn't get much better, man. And the toe-sucking one, that was from me. So you're welcome, everyone.
You see this one, Far?
How to get... Oh, no. Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to go through it, but I saw it off to the side and I thought,
I like the first picture of, like, how the girl's looking so down.
Yeah. Here, chat.
Just like, oh, is it time?
Here's what
is
we're
it
looking
time
at.
again?
How to give a spanking.
It's time for the spanking again, Father. Just, oh my god.
Well, he's explaining to her non-violently, so you can imagine that this guy isn't going to proceed with the spanking, actually. He's just going to be like, hey, don't do that again. Mr. Dex says the more you know, and he got the star there. Nice. I love it.
Great.
I love how to give a spanking has 15 references. I wonder how many of them are from naughtydiscipline.com and Pornhub.
Oh no. Is
It,
there a way that authors can be reported? I don't know. I don't know.
ask the child why they did what they did.
I don't like the way this has been composed.
What?
That picture. The
What?
number 2 ask
That
the
one?
child. Like that is giving me some
You getting some creepy vibes?
yeah, some creepy ass vibes there. That looks like he's like about to bend down and kiss the kid.
This King of the Hill looking kid here is he looks really surprised, like, you want to do what?
Oh shit, there's consequences to my actions? Oh god.
Furry kitten's going full crazy with it. First, cup the breast. Second, establish safe words. And Raymond Lewis just says goodnight. Yeah, well, yeah, we're not going to stay on this long.
Yeah. This is like...
Well, and she looks like she's really looking forward to the spanking.
Yeah, she either spank her or the spanky. Because she looks a bit old. What?
Is this guy's mustache falling off?
Is this, like, bottom lip falling off?
I mean, this is WikiHow. They try and keep it PG, so where is this going to go?
Well, PG, you say that, but then there's, like, what, the other ones that you found?
Give yourself a timeout if you get angry with your child. So, like, there's no advice for actually spanking in this. God, it's so long. Like, look, I'm only halfway down, or a third of the way down. Jesus.
Spank.
Preparing to spank. Oh, I'm clipping this picture. Look at that. I love it. Oh my god.
Oh man. So the first part of this is just like, yeah, anything is better than actually spanking your kid. And just look at this. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how to spank.
This is great. Preparing to spank. It looks wiki how to give a spank. And it's just the woman sitting there and she's got the pillow on her lap. This is great. This doesn't look remotely sexual at all.
No, not at all. This whole thing is just questionable as fuck. Why are you staring off into an empty room? Why is that room so empty?
Oh, Jesus Christ, listen. Children who are spanked or subjected to other forms of corporal punishment are more likely to have less gray matter in the brain, develop learning abilities, develop mental health problems, abuse drugs and alcohol, distrust other people, abuse spouses, engage in criminal behavior, die young.
What?
Wow. Holy fuck.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how to even respond to any of that. This is just more continuing of like, okay, so don't spank your kid.
Yeah.
No? This feels like one huge disclaimer, you know?
Yes. And here's Joe Biden with ooh.
Jesus Christ.
MILF porn.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes. No.
Delivering the spanking.
How? Slap him with a belt by one.
Alright, that's enough of this one.
I'm just joking. That's like,
you know, this whole thing, no belts. I have had the belt requested of me. So, I mean, hey, just
yeah, I don't even know where to begin with any of this.
yeah. Let's
I'm just kind of like, speechless.
let's go to a more fun article, shall we?
Okay, so we're gonna stop the degeneracy.
Yes, WikiHow is, I mean, it's such a goldmine of comedy because it is a load of fucking degeneracy, man. And a whole bunch of new age Wiccan shit that I love making fun of, right? Okay, here we are. See this far? Isn't that great?
What is that supposed to be?
It's a statue with a giant bug on top.
Why?
Well, located in downtown Enterprise, Alabama, USA, the horrible boll weevil monument erected in 1919 to show their appreciation to an insect, the boll weevil, for its profound influence on the area's agriculture and economy.
Okay. That's still strange, but okay.
I love this statue because it's so incongruent. You have like this woman of like the classical world of Greece or Rome, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, the statue is beautiful, but then you've got this weird insect at the top that's a completely different thing. It's like, you couldn't even make bug, the weevil, whatever the fuck it is, the boll weevil.
No, James Colley, I see your chat there, so you're not, and I'm on live chat, so I don't know what the problem is. I just love how heroic it looks. It's like, yes, the mighty boll weevil. Like, even if you wanted to do...
It looks like she's about to chuck it. But she's just about to ditch it. Like, fuck you, boll weevil!
And it's not like something that's like, quote, modern art. That went up in 1919, man.
Yeah, like, that's the really strange thing about it. This is over 100 years old, guys.
Boo, Frankie, boo.
A 100-year-old statue.
Let's see.
Statue.
There's a bunch of them. I have a strange fascination with kitsch art and tacky art. I've bugged far by like DMing like tacky paintings at her.
Oh god, yeah, he has.
Yeah.
I just
so
not even tacky painting. It wasn't really tacky paintings. You're like
the tacky
the
rooms.
awful rooms. Yeah, the terrible rooms where it's like it's either tacky or it just doesn't make sense.
Well, that I love it when people. I love observing human failure, and it's it's when people
same.
It's when people fail in a very particular way, and I don't know, artistic expression when it ends up coming out so bad and hard on the eyes or just baffling. I find it really entertaining. I mean, Far, you went to art TAFE, right? Like you must know what I'm talking about. Like,
oh god, yeah. No, oh my god, yeah. Because a fun fact, the TAFE I went to for art, it wasn't as if you sent in a portfolio or anything like that to get in. It was just, you had the money, cool, you can do the thing. Whether or not you actually had any talent was a whole other story. So, yeah, you had varying degrees of competency. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Let's go down to the next one. There we go, looking good. This statue is located in Burkina Faso. Really takes a cake for ugly. Looks like a cheap ripoff of Jabba the Hutt to me. I mean, I'm not terribly surprised that you would find something like this. Like Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso? I don't even know where that is. Like somewhere in South America? That could be in Micronesia for all I know.
I don't fucking know either. But
That's
yeah, that doesn't...
It's one of the more disappointing ones because it looks like, I don't know, like an old misbegotten takeout food mascot or something. I don't know. Okay, this is I like this one though.
It kind of looks like a ripped off. You know those like
There we go.
those ripped off like Shrek statues you see at parks.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's obviously supposed to be there, but they don't have the license for it. It kind of looks like it's supposed to be something like that.
I love these two. I've seen these in person. It's the University of New Mexico. The dancers or something like that. The Festiva dancers. It's really difficult to tell from these two photographs just how huge these things are. They are massive. And if you look at the woman's face, like, oh my god. And the artist who did them, I've looked it up, does paintings as well, and they all look like this, and somehow they got the impression that this is good. I mean, this is something that belongs painted on black velvet in bright pastel colors, you know?
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to university every day and having to look at this?
Yes, actually, because I mean, I can imagine going like to a uni and seeing artwork everywhere because we have varying degrees of things around Perth.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't like yeah, it's fucking bad, but it's not. I'm kind of used to walking by really strange artworks at this point, so it's kind of just like, eh. I guess it wouldn't faze me as much.
Yeah.
After you see the weird anthro animals that are naked and riding a bike, you know.
Yeah. Well, we have an Australian statue coming up here.
If it ends up being that fucking one, I'm going to die laughing.
Which one? The one you just named?
The one I just
not.
described.
No, you've seen it before. It's one of my favorites because it's not tacky. It's just confusing. It makes me rethink the whole thing about corporate art. You know, it's like usually something large and geometrical, metallic often, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. It makes me... I would rather have some meaningless piece of corporate art that I have to walk by every time than see this. Isn't that great?
Oh, God. Wait, is that...
a giant demonic horse? It is. It's at the It's at the Denver International Airport.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, the part that people are find most surprising about it's like it's a rearing horse. Yeah, and it has bright red glowing eyes, but it's that the sculptor bothered to make it anatomically correct. It's got a bell horse dong, which isn't really best exemplified from the angle they're showing it here. Like it's got a big old schlong hanging from it. It's great. And it's like 8 meters. I don't know what that would be in yards. Aren't yards and meters pretty goddamn close to each other? I don't know what the conversion, but that thing's fucking huge. Holy fuck. Can you imagine how much the city of Denver or whoever paid for this? That thing always blows my mind. You know how much these artists get paid for this stuff? And when it ends up being ugly as hell, you kind of already paid them, so what are you going to do? Ask for the money back? I mean, I guess you could, but... Like, I get it is Denver, so you want to go with your Western theme, Western heritage and all that. That's cool. I love Western shit, frontier shit and all that stuff, and Denver has a great heritage for it. All of Colorado does, really. But this is what you went with? I think that was a bad call. Blue Demon Horse. Now, this one kind of bugs me. This is supposed to be a statue of Christopher Columbus. It says it's located in Seattle near the aquarium. I don't have a problem with this. It's like Mechanical Man.
I'm sorry to leave you alone for so long.
It's all right. It bugs me that they
came back with Hungry Jacks.
They came back with what?
Hungry Jacks.
Oh, with Hungry Jacks. So Burger King.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australian Burger King.
Yes. See, I like this statue. I think it's fine. I don't think it's ugly at all. I think it's extremely stylized, but what's the problem?
What are they saying? is the problem with that?
It just says this is supposed to be a statue of Christopher Columbus. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and
It's
yeah.
incredibly stylized, but it's not.
Yeah, like he's got.
Worse.
I see the Spaniard hat he's supposed to have here. What's the problem? I think it's pretty well done. Duck Dog says 26 feet. Atheist Icon says 24 feet. So that giant horse, the blue horse, was 8 meters high.
Yeah, and I've seen that blue horse before. It's of all the weird shit around that airport.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah, I was wondering why it looks so familiar. It's like, oh, Denver Airport. Oh yeah, right. That weird place.
Now, this one, I actually have this off in my folder of ugly statues. Yeah, I got a folder of just ugly statues. And this one's there. Because I don't get it. It's a bronze statue of Queen Charlotte. Okay. It looks like she's in the middle of getting a sidekick to the stomach and being yeeted right out of place.
Yeah. Why? Who made this and thought it was great? I guess. I mean, I guess this is one of those things where it's like awful taste but great execution.
I mean, it's a very nice statue.
Yeah, it's like
the
it's
detail
not
of
ugly.
It and everything, and it's got lots of. It's very dynamic. It looks like it's in motion. It's all really well done. But what the hell is happening? Like, it looks like she's being karate kicked by an invisible man.
While holding up a crown.
Yes.
That is a crown, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mystified.
So that's supposed to be not a giant
snake?
pile of shit. Yeah, it is. It's the San Jose spent $500,000 on a sculpture of, and I've never known how to pronounce this, and it says it's Quetzalcoatl.
Oh god, yeah, the Quetzalcoatl, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, massive figure in South American mythology and etc.
Yeah, the thing in the language.
Yeah. Yeah, the winged serpent, peak god figure. I don't think that this angle is showing it properly, because it really does it just looks like the poo emoji from this side.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they've taken the photo from this angle intentionally, which, I mean, there's still a bit of an oversight. You know, if at one angle it's like, it looks like a pile of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you gotta wonder, what does it actually look like from all the angles?
I don't know, $500,000? San Jose paid $500,000 for this? Don't you think that the residents of San Jose might have thought that there might be something better to spend $500,000 fucking on?
Yeah, probably.
Like, this thing's sitting in the middle of a park. Imagine how much property they could have bought to have expanded that park with the $500,000.
Quite a bit.
Or a water park in the park. Or playgrounds, or tennis courts, or, like, you know,
anything.
Anything.
This.
Yeah. It just seems like so much fucking money. And I'm not saying don't have cultural statues around, because I get the impression that this thing is massive. You know? And it's like, why not have a reasonable statue of it and spend the remaining $400,000 on something else? Just $500,000 just seems like fucking nuts. There it is. The sheep statue from Canberra.
Canberra.
I love it, because what is going on with the sheep? It's so great. I love it. I've got this one in my ugly statues folder too. It's like he's sitting.
Yeah, again, it's another case of like awful taste but great execution.
Yeah, I mean, look at the detail.
It looks great.
Yeah, look at the detail on the wall and everything. I mean, it's really well done in metal. But it's like, is the sheep taking off its clothes? Is that why there's like a top coat hanging over here, and then like, what's going on? What's going on in Canberra?
apparently a lot of homeless sheep.
No, I don't know. This sheep looks like he's at home to me, laying back in his easy chair, putting up his hooves.
Yeah, that was before they came through with their anti-homeless stuff.
And Peter the Great in Moscow, Russia. I don't think that's that ugly.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
I mean, it's ugly. Why? Because it's all disproportioned? Well, I think that was the point.
Yeah. I think this list is more like the author being like, oh, why is this a thing? Not really understanding.
Yeah.
Basic shit.
Wait a minute. Okay, so Gilcado says his uni had a scavenger hunt every year, and one of the items was a naked photo of a uni student fucking the sheep.
What uni was this?
Well, apparently Canberra, if it was that cheap.
Because I have some serious questions, like, what the fuck? I mean, I've heard of some unis being, having some crazy ass traditions, but that's pretty up there.
That's a lovely set of statues there.
That
I think these are like the really well-known ones called the Sunbathers.
oh Jesus.
I think. Oh yeah, and then people make a big deal out of this one. It's affectionately called Turtle Boy. Really, it's more commonly called Turtle Fucker. Because it's supposed to look like he's riding the turtle, but it really looks like he's just fucking the turtle. And if you get...
Yeah, no, that looks like he's fucking the turtle.
And every angle that you can look at it from, like this is probably the most complimentary angle where it looks the least like he's fucking the turtle. Because he's got a big, ridiculous, angry smile on his face. And
Jeez. Yeah, I think I've also seen this one before. I think you've sent that one. But not this. What the fuck is this?
no list like this is complete without the Great Cheese Mite Memorial in Wurchwitz, Germany. You guys made a statue of a cheese mite?
That's a cheese mite? Well, we started this with bugs, so we end it with bugs.
Yeah. Good point. It's bookended with bugs. No, people gotta stop pushing. I will not eat the bugs.
Stop trying to make cockroach milk happen. It's not gonna happen, guys.
Ugh. Ugh.
Just remember that, guys. They want cockroach milk to happen.
Just no. Remember this one far?
Oh no. Oh Jesus Christ. Are we going to go through that?
There's nothing really in it. Like it's where's the there's the picture.
I mean, I still want to know like what they're trying to tell people.
Chat, look at that picture. Oh fuck. It's so great because it's so anime styled.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look at this. Ooh, oh, it always runs me through. I feel a little bit sick now.
This is a WikiHow on how to lose your virginity without pain.
Yep.
Discover your hymen. Contrary to popular belief, the hymen membrane does not usually cover the vaginal opening unless the condition exists, such as a microperforate or separate hymen. Rather than it being a seal of freshness, like many say, it is
A seal of freshness.
It is instead the muscle and skin surrounding the opening, akin to the skin and muscle of the butthole. It actually says that. That's the wording. The muscle of the butthole.
Okay. That WikiHow. What the fuck? I know I keep having to say this, but what the fuck?
I scanned through this WikiHow earlier when I was going through ones to laugh at, and it's this whole one is approach with openness, honesty, and understanding with your partner. That's the entire article. Don't allow yourself to be talked into anything. Talk with your partner. Do everything slow. That's it. There's no descriptions of anything. It's like how to do it without pain. And I'm like, it doesn't even really say anywhere in there that it isn't necessarily painful, but it's possible. It just depends on who you are and how you're built, kind of thing. Okay. And so, like, my God, does it goes through like 100 steps in 3 different sections, and it's read, learn. At one point, eat a healthy diet, a balanced diet with plenty of fluids and vegetables and. Like,
that's nice and all, but what does that have to do with anything in the article? Like,
Mr. Dax.
I mean, like what the article is about. I mean,
yeah.
Like, what?
Oh, Harry Channel says there's a WikiHow on faking your own death. Yep, we
yeah,
did it.
No, we did it.
Yeah, it was a great one. Faking your own death was great.
Yeah, that was really fucking funny.
I mean, the best thing about this particular one is this picture right here.
Yeah. Oh, God.
She's got a WikiHow shirt, and people coming up with their own captions are going to be funnier than anything that goes on in the article.
Yeah, what was my one again that I came up with it for before you said what it was? It was like...
I forget. What was the picture?
Yeah, 1 minute. No, it was that picture. Like,
oh, okay.
And I just... Yeah, you didn't say anything. You posted it without context, and I was just, like, guessing what it could be as a joke. It was like... mine was... How to tell if this candle smells like a vagina.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah.
Well...
Yeah. It's like...
Ooh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry for yawning into the mic. I've been muting it this whole time, but then that one started before I could get to the mute button. PG asked Polly and Far fake their own death? Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I think we're gonna pick one WikiHow out of the ones that are left. We'll do that, and I think I'm gonna close up the bar for the night. I am fading fast, and I've got to be up relatively early tomorrow.
No, that's fair.
I have a departmental meeting that I really don't want to go to. Excuse me again, that I have to be there for. And it's, I'm going to have to get some caffeinated as hell, because it's going to be boring as fuck. So you encounter people, I'm sure, in your day's chat. I'm sure you do too, Far, that just like hearing themselves talk and don't ever really get to the point. I can meander and take a while to get to the point. Man, y'all don't know. I could completely readjust your tolerance level for people beating around the bush, sitting at a departmental meeting. It's a room full of tenured professors. So, as I like to describe a lot of them, certainly not all, but a lot of them as administrators masquerading as scholars. They don't want to actually have to produce research or teach classes, so they're there as tenured professors. So they occupy their time, make themselves useful, as it were, by sitting on a whole fuck ton of committees. That's what they're coming to campus for, is to go to administration meetings where the board would be just as effective with them there or not. It wouldn't make a difference. It would make a difference. It'd be a little bit speedier if they weren't there. No idea what it's like to be in a room full of people that just think they're the most brilliant thing that the world has to offer, love hearing themselves talk, and are talking specifically to fill up as much time as possible to justify their salary.
Somehow I don't think I want to know what that's like.
Oh, man.
I'm quite glad that I don't know.
And the thing is, is the way they drag PhD students to be there. Because if they can claim on the record that doctoral students are there, then there's, quote, grad student involvement in all decisions. And that the reason for that is twofold. It allows them to spread around responsibility if anything goes wrong. And I mean, well, there was grad student involvement as well. That's okay, but we never talk. As a matter of fact, are cut off very quickly if we even try. The power dynamic is made very clear very quickly to any new visitors to the meetings. Who gets to do the talking and who doesn't. You've never heard a group of people say so often, I will not be talked over. You will not silence my voice. It's like, yeah, but you've just repeated yourself like 5 times and you've been going for multiple minutes and you haven't gotten anything new. He said, I'd like to add one further point, and they go on to repeat what they were talking about before. And so he says, you know, I think that we've gone around. Hey, I will not be silenced. Yeah, it's great fun. I'm describing the worst of these meetings most of the time. They're just terminably boring. Nothing really. Let's pick something that's not boring to end with. I think we'll save how to embalm a dead body for another night.
Good idea.
How about this one? How to celebrate Australia Day.
Oh boy. Is this the Australian article you were talking about?
Well, there's one of 2. There's another one.
Oh.
There's also another article over here on how to celebrate Anzac Day.
I don't understand why you need an article to tell you how to celebrate these things, but okay.
Well, because Australia Day's coming up. It's not only topical because you're here and a wonderful amount of our wonderful contingent is Australian who happens by Noir Bar, but it's also coming right up. So let's find out how Aussies can go about celebrating Australia Day. I found this funny as fuck because I imagined like what would it be like? It's like how to celebrate the 4th of July or how to celebrate Britain. It would be St. George's Day. I'm assuming would be the analogous day. None of it makes any sense. Like it's all really dumb stuff and really insulting in a way. So
I am ready to be insulted.
Okay. Formerly Rodline asks, what are you a doc candidate for? Political science. January 26th is Australia Day, a national public holiday that celebrates the conquest of the poor Aboriginal people and destruction of their native diverse culture. This holiday marks the day that the fleets first arrived from Britain and marked the downfall and genocide of the native people. There are tons of ways to
You're
celebrate.
just adding that in.
I am. There are... But you were questioning, weren't you? Oh my god, it might actually say that.
I was actually looking at it because the thing is, when it comes to Australia Day, it's kind of like you never know.
No, because I've seen the news.
Never know.
I've seen the news clips. I think you were the one who sent me one where crazy lady that's elected to be town mayor, I believe it was, or town representative, whatever it was, and they were like the local news station was pressuring her like, how are you having Aboriginal involvement for Australia Day? And she was one of the people that was behind calling it Aboriginal Day, like changing it to that, and that should really be a celebration of Abo culture, not Australia Day at all, because really we're just celebrating a conquest of a native people, and we're celebrating colonialism. Yeah, I guess. Let's see. There are tons of ways to celebrate. Show off your national pride by whipping up your favorite Australian foods. Floating pies in various kinds of soup, singing along with patriotic song with your mates, making Australia-themed crafts, and watching the fireworks. Don't forget to throw on some Australia Day gear for the festivities. I can't wait to see the Australia Day gear.
It's just gonna be stuff where it's like covered in the Australian flag.
Yeah, for sure, I would imagine.
That's all it's gonna be.
What is that on the barbecue, do you think?
So it's supposed to be chicken?
I'm thinking like breaded chicken chunks. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, because I mean, it can't be sausages.
Yeah. It's
Like,
nondescript meatoid substance.
yeah. What is that supposed to be?
Number 1, grill some meat on the Barbie. Nothing says Australia Day like a little barbecue. Grilled sausages and steaks are always a hit. If you want to be really authentic, make indoor-roo. An Australian
What?
dish. I don't know. It says authentic. You don't know what it is? Authentic
No,
Australian?
Not in the fucking slightest.
Well, it's an Australian dish featuring kangaroo steaks marinated in mango, chili, garam masala, and curry powder.
Yeah, that's the most authentic of Australian dishes.
Have any Aussies
Half
in
the
chat ever heard
shit
of
that's not even native to the country.
Yeah, in Indaroo? Here it is here. Is any of the Aussies in chat ever heard of this? Maybe it's a South Australia thing.
Yeah, once again, South Australia rises.
Is there like a quintessentially Southern Australian trash town or not?
Yeah, Adelaide? I'm joking. I don't actually know.
Did you just take a stab at your Australian Confederates?
Maybe. Hey, they say that I live in a mining shithole all the time. I have free reign.
It's fine. Nobody takes harder or more angry swipes at each other than Britons. I mean, we were talking about that the other day, right? I mean, you can't bring up any area of Britain without another Brit like immediately going, "Fuck that place! It's a hole in the wall." Okay, I've been trying to paste that word into chat for like the past since I brought it up, and it's just not working. My potato's not allowing it. Please donate generously to your bartender to help him with his potato fund. Greatly appreciated. Oh man. Seriously, I just keep clicking on it and clicking Control V for paste, and it's just not happening because everything is just ground to a halt because I've got OBS running and multiple tabs on a browser open, and then the Hangout with FAR, that's where I'm capturing our voices from. Ugh. Everything's just ground to a halt. This should have been number 1. Get some Boag's beer.
Boags?
Yeah. Pick up a slab of beer. A slab or carton of Australian beer is a refreshing addition to any Australia Day celebration. Store your slabs in a cooler. For really big gatherings, fill your bathtub with ice and pop in a few slabs. Little Creatures Pale Ale, Cooper's, Boag's, and VB are some Aussie favorites. I know VB. I've had Victoria Bitters, whichever one.
I don't fucking know. I don't do the beers.
I don't do the beers.
I don't do the beers.
Oh, try a Tim Tam Slam.
A what?
You don't know what a Tim Tam is?
I know what a fucking Tim Tam is. A Tim Tam Slam?
According to Rich, how you pronounce it, Bogies? That didn't help, Rich. Shit. That's
Bogies.
Well, I don't know. I
don't
appreciate
know
the
either.
help, man, but that doesn't help me pronounce it. Not really.
It's
Bogues?
pronounced bourgeoisie.
Oh.
I
So,
don't fucking know.
try a Tim Tam Slam. Tim Tams, chocolate-covered biscuit treats, are a sweet Australian staple. Grab a hot coffee, nibble the ends of your Tim Tam, and use it as a straw. When it becomes nice and soft, slam it in your mouth and enjoy the moist, chocolatey goodness.
Ew.
Wait.
That's...
You just have a
Ew.
prejudice against coffee.
It's more like, okay, the coffee is one thing, but it's like the melted Tim Tam. That's the other thing that's got me going ill.
I had heard of a Tim Tam Slam before, but that is not the description I heard. I heard tearing open the package and tossing both of them back at once is what constitutes a Tim Tam Slam.
Yeah, this isn't stuff I'm familiar with. It's just, oh god.
You know, I
Like,
could.
it's more than I just don't like melted chocolate.
Hmm.
You know, like
I've never even had a Tim Tam at all, so I couldn't say.
yeah, it's just chocolate.
I could Photoshop that really easily and make it look like this guy's got a Coke straw and he's going at an entire
You
mug
really
full
could.
of blow. Because it looks like he's snorting the coffee as much as anything. Okay, number 4. Make
Snorting a
pavlova.
Tim Tam.
Okay. A pavlova is a giant fluffy meringue topped with sweet cream and fruit. Although the New Zealanders claim it is their invention, every Aussie knows that pav is Australian through and through. Buy a pav or make your own.
I've never heard someone shorten it to pav.
Okay.
This feels like a Hello Fellow Kids thing. Hello, my fellow Australians. Some pav, right?
According to Vol Potato, a Tim Tam slam is a joke that we tell people, like drop bears. Have you guys been lying to me this whole time? There's no such candy as Tim Tams?
No, Tim Tams exist. I think he means like the Tim Tam slam part of it.
Oh no. You seem like the kind of person to do the long game con. It's Alright, let's move on here. Have an Australian cook-off, number 5. Have cook-off? Not a cook-out, but a cook-off? Have friends and family members cook their favorite Aussie dishes, then everyone tastes and votes. One rule, no voting for your own dish. If you want, you can have a more specialized cook-off. Real competition, I get it. Have friends compete to make the best Australian dessert or grilled kangaroo. This is really Hello Fellow Australians, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of hello, my fellow Australians. Gonna get the barbie out. Gonna get that shrimp on the barbie.
Celebrating with activities. Y'all have jester heads? Is that a thing?
What the fuck is going on here?
Why are these people in tutus? Head to a community event. Most Australian communities will put on public events for Australia Day. They have many festivals, concerts, sports matches, and parades.
Is this supposed to be like a parade? Because that's the only thing I can think of, like the costumes and shit.
Well, it says right at the bottom, it says, if you're feeling adventurous, take a trip to a major Australian city to participate in their community events. Sydney is known for its boat races. Well, Melbourne has a huge street parade that apparently feature men in tutus and large jester head floats.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
I think this is like generic parade image that they grabbed from somewhere. It's probably available on a whole bunch of other, they recycle WikiHow art.
Oh god, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So
I could see this being from somewhere else, and it's apparently they've insulted all Aussies by making all men have man buns and wearing tutus. Bastards.
I think this is supposed to be women.
You think so?
I mean, like, yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion it's supposed to be women, but it looks that bad.
Watch the fireworks. Yeah. I think everybody does that one. And it's a good one, too. I mean, shit. Some radio stations have music that's timed to the fireworks, so bring along a radio if you want. I've never even heard of that. That'd be cool. I've been to fireworks where they have music playing. Lots of 4th of July stuff, like firework displays. They'll have all sorts, like, My Land 'Tis of Thee and the national anthem playing and shit like that, but never timed to it like that. That'd be cool. Let's see. Have a picnic at the beach. Yeah. If you live
You're very close to the water there, Jesus.
Very.
Like, you want to back up a bit from the water? Yikes!
Listen to how this is what I would write, like if I was in a big rush to get it done. You know, and I was talking about Australia and I didn't know fuck all about Australia. I'd write something like this. If you live in Australia, you know that Australia Day is always hot, hot, hot. Ocean water provides cool relief from the sizzling sun. Don't forget to bring your speaker to blast your favorite Aussie tunes.
Jesus.
It's so generic. Make boomerangs. See what I meant by, like, verging on insulting? Like, it's so bad.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, make boomerangs on Australia.
Crafts are sure to be a hit with the kiddos. Decorate paper boomerangs or make a mini didgeridoo out of a long cardboard tube and bright paints. Isn't that, like, appropriating Aboriginal culture in, like, the worst colonialist way?
I guess. I mean... This is all, like, what I don't understand. This had to have been written by, like, an American or something. That's just like, what do Australians do?
Yeah.
Boomerangs. Yeah.
Create a paper visor, hat, using gold cardstock for the band and green cardstock for the visor. Attach them to each other with tape and glue a picture of an Australian flag on the front of your visor. Now you have a homemade patriotic protection from the hot Australian sun.
Buy a hat.
Or buy a hat. Yeah, that's...
Just get a fucking hat. Like...
Have a cricket or touch footy tournament in your backyard.
Oh, Jesus.
Aussies love their sports, so join in a backyard tournament or host one of your own. You can throw around a frisbee for some spirited Australian fun.
I get the feeling this is more written for, like, hey, you not Australian person, do you want to celebrate another country's national day? Well, here you go. This is how you can celebrate Australia Day. Like, no Australian is looking at this. I mean, like, yes, this is how we celebrate.
Put up a flag. That's literally suggestion number 6 is put up a fucking flag. Yeah, I mean, it'll work. It'll do it. That's
Yeah, I mean, that's patriotic and all, but what happens when you it's not Australia Day anymore? If you want to take the flag down, where do you put the flag?
I say leave it up. Wear a Australia Day towel? Or a Aussie flag towel?
I don't know what it is about our flag, but I just find it kind of tacky to have it up, like, just everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. It's not even like a non-patriotic thing. It's just something about the way it looks. I've never really been a particular fan of it being, like, everywhere like an American flag or something. I don't really know exactly why.
Are the 6 stars supposed to be the states?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they relative in size for, like, the relative size of the states? Is that why one of them's all huge and then there's one that's real small, etc.?
Wait, 6 stars? What do you...
There's 6 of them on her towel there.
Oh, no. Okay, no, the star underneath the Union Jack, each point represents a state and a territory, I think.
Okay.
I think that... Yeah, I thought you were referring to that. No, the other stars on the right there, that's the Southern Cross.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so it's the Southern Cross, which is the big constellation you see in the sky here.
Right.
And then, yeah, the star represents the state, and the Union Jack is just... because England.
Brick on a string says Southern Cross, you noob. I have never seen that constellation outside of an astronomy book. I don't get to be called a noob
because
for
you
that,
can't
man.
see it.
Come
No,
on.
because you can't see it in the Northern Hemisphere.
The Earth is blocking my view, okay? Shit.
Yeah, but you legit cannot see it in the Northern Hemisphere. It's a Southern Hemisphere only constellation. Which is why it's on our flag.
Well, Mr. Dax claims that the stars are different sizes because the Aussies were shit-faced when they drew it. I could see that. Makes sense.
I'm pretty sure that's just the size of the stars in the actual constellation.
Celebrate with music and movies. And watch ABBOs play sports. Number 1, put cricket on TV while you celebrate. See, I was right. Cricket is a classic Aussie sport.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit huddled around the screen during the game unless you want to, of course. Just have it playing in the background for a festive feel. But that's not cricket at all. That guy's got a football.
Don't you know, we play cricket with the big ball guy. The big ball.
We play manly cricket.
It makes much more of a smack when you hit it with the bat.
There are... I hope there's no cricket fans out there because I'm about to make fun of it. But there are a lot of sports that look really weird if you're not used to seeing them. And some of them, you can be not used to seeing it, and you see it and you think, oh, okay. Like bocce ball or bowlers in England. Like, if you're not used to seeing it, it's a bunch of guys throwing a ball around. Like, but it doesn't look weird. It's just kind of like, oh, they're playing some kind of sport where you kind of get the balls close to each other and then you kind of knock the other guys away or whatever. But when you watch cricket, it just looks awkward. I have to imagine even being a cricket fan, you can see it. The bats look weird. The weirdo stance that they take when they're at home plate or whatever it's called in cricket. The way they swing at the ball and shit. It just looks so crazy. It's like watching curling. You know the game where they're sweeping the ice?
Yes.
Yeah, that will always look weird. Even if you've been watching it for years, that game still looks fucked up beyond belief, man. The turning household chores into a sport. I turn on the Triple J Hottest 100 countdown.
Yeah, how about no?
Triple J is an Australian radio network. Tune in to the Triple J on Australia Day to hear them count down the top 100 songs for the past year.
No.
But it's the Triple J.
Fuck the Triple J.
Is that a little boomer? Is that what's going on?
No, the opposite.
It's like Zoomer radio?
Kinda, yeah. Except just they tend to get a bit SJW-y.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, Ferdkin's not wrong. Baseball was developed out of rounders. And rounders very well might be played by schoolgirls. But that's why they made baseball a thinking man's sport and rougher and more difficult. Rounders is for, well, people that aren't up to playing. Watch Mad Max! Works for me.
Oh my god.
That sounds like an awesome thing to do on Australia Day. I'd be down for that. Watch some fucking Mad Max. What better way to end your celebration than with a great work of Aussie cinema? You can go for a classic like Mad Max, Strictly Ballroom, or Muriel's Wedding.
Yeah, or they don't even have Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Shame on you, WikiHow. Do you hate the drag queens or something?
But
what?
No, I have no idea. I don't know. Except for Mad Max, I don't know anything about any of these movies. Strictly Ballroom, Muriel's Wedding, or Drag Queen of the Desert there.
Okay. Yeah, I've only heard of the other two in passing. To be honest, Muriel's Wedding and Strictly Ballroom. Like, I don't even know what Strictly Ballroom is. I've heard of Muriel's Wedding, like, maybe a couple of times.
Oh, what's the film that I really like so much? And that's how I found out the story about, like, Aussie gunslinging, frontier style.
Oh, the Bush Rangers.
No, it's the guy
Ned
who's
Kelly?
Ned Kelly. Yeah, watch Ned Kelly. That movie's fucking great. That movie's a standout western, like an Australian frontier western. It was fucking fantastic. I didn't know that Aussie had a frontier history. I was like, man, you guys should make a big deal out of this. This is the fucking coolest.
Well, we kind of do in a weird way. Of like, Ned Kelly is a huge thing that people know about.
Yeah, I had never even heard of him before I saw that movie, and that's when I found out about like the legend of Ned Kelly and his armor suit and all the things, you know?
Yeah.
It was,
yeah.
Great
Yeah,
story.
the armor suit is like really iconic here. Like super, super iconic.
Good. It was a fucking cool story.
Yeah, like my dad, he used to make a bunch of them out of metal.
Nice. Nice. Leave it up to your dad to do something super cool like that. Hey, Duck Dog, Quigley Down Under.
He hates them all now though, but you know, he did it.
I liked Quigley Down Under. I know a lot of people bad talk that movie, but I liked it. But I'm really into westerns and stuff, so I was okay with it. And Brick on a String says, why don't you come visit? I'd like to visit Australia. Sing along with your favorite patriotic tunes.
Hellhole.
What's that?
Yes, come and visit. See our hellhole.
No, I'll just come in the middle of, full air quotes here, winter, and I can remain nominally cool. Fuck.
Fair enough.
I've heard the things about Aussie summer, man. I'm not meant for that shit.
No one is meant for this.
Belt out your love for your country with your mates. Sing patriotic ballads like the national anthem, Down Under, or True Blue. If you're a homesick Aussie abroad, you can bet Peter Allen's I Still Call Australia Home will produce a tear or two. Even I know that song.
Because I showed it to you.
Yes, that's pretty much it. The community Q&A, and right away we see the indigenous peoples being brought up because we're on the internet, and that's what happens. What colors are symbolic of Australia Day? The community Q&A asks. Green and gold are the colors that symbolize Australia Day. Do the indigenous peoples have a special way they celebrate Australia Day? Yes, bitch to media.
Yeah, pretty much.
Many indigenous people don't celebrate Australia Day because they believe it marks the invasion of their land and the abuse of their people. Some indigenous groups celebrate Survival Day instead, where they honor their people's resilience and achievements. They sleep in the street at night as a reminder.
Jesus. I just...
Do people outside of Australia celebrate Australia Day? And if they do, how? I'm imagining, like, Americans do 4th of July. All the same things, but just abroad, and invite everyone to join in. Yeah, I mean, see, this sounds legitimate. Listen to this. I'm an Australian that lived overseas for a few years now. I always celebrate with my non-Aussie mates. We have a blast. I invite them over for a barbecue. We put up a few decorations, play drinking games, have Aussie music in the background, and to their surprise, when they find out how many great singers bands we have. Part of Australia Day is having a good time with your mates, and that's what I do. Simple. Well, that sounds like somebody who's actually enjoying the holiday normally wrote it, right? Like, that strikes me as really authentic, that guy. Make a paper boomerang.
I make a paper boomerang. I can't believe they actually wrote that. They committed that to a WikiHow, to a page.
Yeah.
That is a thing. It's like, make a paper boomerang. We'll make a hat out of some paper that's some sunshade. Like, fuck you.
Why is somebody asking about Anzac? Why do we have Anzac Day? Well, you're on the wrong WikiHow, fucker. There's one specifically for it.
Yeah. What the?
What food is traditional?
Yeah.
There are tons of traditional Australian foods. Grilled kangaroo, Vegemite on toast, crocodile, meat pies, and barbecued snags. Sausages are all favorites.
I'm sorry, did they just say Vegemite on toast?
They
is
did.
An Australian food? Oh my god.
Are there other countries that also celebrate this holiday? Canada, Japan, China, as well as the US and the UK all celebrate Australia Day. Do they?
Yeah, do they? Do they really?
When is Australia Day? It's the 26th is Australia Day of January, a national public holiday that celebrates the nation's diversity and achievements. Somebody had to sandwich that in, right? Diversity!
My diversity.
Yeah. Oh. So there it is. If you were celebrating... Oh yeah, I didn't see this. If you're looking for something sweeter, try pavlova, Tim Tams, Leamington cake, and fairy bread. Now I know what fairy bread is. What the hell is Lamington cake?
It's like a sponge cake kind of thing, where it's like it's covered in chocolate and then covered in coconut. Sometimes it has like a jam filling sort of type of deal, but that's usually it's just cut in half. They put the jam in the middle.
Okay, that sounds really good.
No, it is, and you can imagine my shock when I found the other day I found potato chips that were Lamington flavored.
Like a sweet coconut covered cake?
Yeah, they said like Lamington flavored potato chips. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, RVA Dar says, am I channeling Drunkle? That's my favorite line of his. Do they, though? It always makes me laugh when he does that. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and find that. I'm more interested in trying that a Lamington cake than a Tim Tam, honestly, from the sound of it.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, and Circus Zero says if it's a reason to drink, we'll celebrate in the U.S. Yeah, I mean, if I met some Australian people, like, I'd be like, hey, you want to go drinking on the 26th? Because drinking, we can talk about what a badass Ned Kelly was. Let's do that. There we go. All right, I think at that point we're gonna go ahead and wrap her up. Close up the bar. Excuse me. Brian Wilson, a Lamington is an Australian cake made from squares of butter cake or sponge cake coated in an outer layer of chocolate sauce and rolled in desiccated coconut. Yeah, that I like big chunks of fresh coconut. I've never been a fan of. I bought a coconut at the grocery store one time and chopped it up, and I didn't really like the coconut. For kids, like a snowball. That's right. Yeah, a snowball would be like a soft vanilla cake surrounded by rolled in dry coconut, shredded coconut like that. Yeah, candy coconut like that on all kinds of like baked dessert squares and stuff is always good. That's why it caught my attention. I'm a big fan of the coconut chocolate bars for the same reason. You know, what's the one you don't want? Or the one that you've never had? The one with the candy bar that's coconut with the almond in it? Almond Joy.
Almond Joy? Yeah.
I like mine. I'll eat it with the almond, but I prefer my coconut candy bars to be almond free.
Not free.
What? Nut free? Yeah.
You want it to be nut free?
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with almonds. It's just why put an almond in there? I'm here for the chocolate and the coconut, not the regular nuts. Jesus, look at that. All right. So, like I said, we're going to wrap it up. Far. If you want to go ahead and,
yes.
I'm saying the goodbyes and kicking everyone the hell out, if you want to throw your links up in chat one last time so they can have it.
All right. There we go. Oh, buy my shit.
There it is. By far shit.
Woo.
And as always, you can find her links beneath in chat, or beneath in the... Wow, it's really time for me to go to bed. I'm losing my talking ability. I've been up for way too long. Yeah. Old gamer guy says I left the house to go to work 24 hours ago. That's how I feel. I haven't been up for 24 hours. More like 20? But it's fucking wearing on me, man. I didn't bless you. I didn't sleep very well.
Thank you.
Like, oh, man, I'm dying. All right, so there it is. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Greatly appreciated, as always. Thank you to everybody who tipped the bartender. Thank you to Far and Jacob for keeping me company at the bar. And Far won't be back for a good week and a half, right? You said?
Yeah, 10 days, I'm pretty sure it was. Yes, 10 days.
Yeah, that's a week and a half.
Me? I've already established I don't do the math well.
She'll be gone for 2/3 of a fortnight. And so we so I'm gonna have to drag some other people to hang out with me here at night and keep the bar alive. We didn't do a Noir Bar for a while, and then I asked Far if she wanted to come hang out at the bar tonight, and she's like, "Yeah, well, I'm actually leaving tomorrow for like 10 days." I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool." Like she said, good timing. And so there it is.
Yeah, like being tomorrow, being like, "Oh shit, I'm on a plane. Sorry."
Yeah. Well, we'll miss you, Far.
Yeah, I'll still be keeping in touch. Jesus.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'll be watching the bar probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what we'll do. I'll open the bar if only so we can mock Far from afar, when she can't do anything about it.
Fuck you! Wow.
I'm kidding.
A dick.
Yeah. So there it is.
Fucking defenseless me.
Thank you for coming by, everybody. Thank you again to everyone who tipped the bartender. It is sincerely, greatly appreciated. I will talk to you all next time. Like we always say about this time after last call, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. See you later, everyone.
Bye-bye.